Hey folks, just a quick word before we dive in. If you want to stay up to date with the latest developments, make sure to follow S News so you don't miss this or any future videos. And well, if you want to support us, go ahead and subscribe, give us a like and drop a comment below. It really helps us out. Iran just launched a rocket, but is it really just a rocket? Iran has just launched a rocket, but is it really a space launch or a disguised missile test? That's the big question worrying Israel, the United States, and a lot of Western defense experts. Iran's new launch vehicle, called Quasad, might look like part of a space mission, but honestly, it feels more like a military trial. And if that's true, well, it could completely shift the balance of power in the Middle East. Let's break it down. After enduring 12 straight days of Israeli airstrikes and repeated warnings from the United States, Iran isn't backing down. In fact, it's sending a very clear message. We're not afraid. We're ready. So, that message came in the form of a powerful launch, a hybrid rocket using both solid and liquid fuel. Why does that matter? Because that same fuel combo is used in long-range ballistic missiles, the kind that can carry nuclear warheads across continents. And here's the twist. Iran didn't even attach a satellite to this rocket. This wasn't a space mission, it was a test, a warm-up, a show of force. According to Iran's state news agency, the goal was to try out some new technologies. But what kind of tech exactly? Military analysts believe this launch might have tested missile guidance systems, accuracy tracking and engine upgrades, all of which would make Iran's ballistic missiles more dangerous and honestly a lot harder to intercept. Let's not forget, back in 2020, Iran shocked the world by successfully placing a military satellite in orbit using a 4-stage rocket. That achievement put Iran in an exclusive club of Middle Eastern countries with that capability. And now, well, it looks like they're refining that rocket, possibly turning it into a weapon. The whole world is watching closely. Western nations, especially the United States and its allies, have long warned that Iran's so-called space program is really just a cover for missile development. In fact, this specific launch could very well end up being a topic in the next round of nuclear talks. Because if Iran can build an intercontinental missile, that changes everything. Senator Tom Cotton slammed the launch, calling it misleading and claiming it's just another excuse for Iran to keep advancing its nuclear ambitions. But here's what really stirred things up. Donald Trump jumped into the conversation. On social media, the former president claimed United States strikes had already destroyed Iran's nuclear facilities and said if needed, he'd do it again. That's a direct threat, and Iran knows it. But instead of backing down, they launched a ballistic missile. That's a bold move. So what does this mean for the entire region? Simple. Iran is flexing its muscles. While Israel is tied up with Gaza and the United States is distracted by global tensions, Iran is quietly pushing ahead with its missile program. And this isn't just about Iran versus Israel anymore. It's turning into a full-blown missile race 2.0 in the Middle East. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt and the UAE are watching closely. Make no mistake, Quasad isn't just a rocket, it's a signal. Iran is preparing for something bigger, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. So the real question isn't, can Iran launch a satellite? It's, can Iran hit a target 10,000 kilometers away, if it chooses to? Finally, thanks for listening and sticking with us. Don't forget to follow S News and keep an eye out for future videos. Go ahead and subscribe, like and comment. We really